Wow.
Yeah.
And is he living with you?
Yes,
Or, oh, he lives
full-time.
with you?
He's been with me full-time for 4 years.
Last year, you were at the point of no return with Sydney. We touched on this a little bit, but
Yeah.
how is your relationship now?
Well, I don't think I'm at a point of no return. I think that there's going to be a time where we will be back together. Right now, for her, I pretty much think it's out of sight, out of mind. She's out of state in college, and I will text her probably once a month, tell her I love her, my door's always open to her, and I hope that she's doing well. I hope life's treating you well.
Does she respond?
No.
No. So how's Eddie doing?
Eddie's doing better. He's doing much better. He had his 7th heart procedure. So we ended up getting a referral to one of the best heart doctors in the world, and he did an ablation on him, and he came out to the waiting room, and he went, wow. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I just can't even believe how bad his heart is for his age. And I go, well, what does that mean? And he goes, he probably had a heart condition most of his life and had no idea.
Wow.
So that being said, they had to go into an area of his heart that they normally would never do on a 45-year-old. It seems to have worked, but now he'll need another procedure to close that hole.
Wow. I heard you sold the house that we saw you move into this season.
I did.
So why did you move?
It just wasn't a good fit for us. It never felt like home. And so it just oddly just happened where my realtor called me and she's like, hey, I have somebody that's looking for a view with a pool and I know you're not happy. Another one of my friends said, I have a house that you're gonna love, and ended up buying that house in Codo.
Really? So you're moving to Codo?
Yep.
So you're moving to Vicki's neighborhood?
I am.
Wow,
Yeah,
and Gina.
It's a great place to live. I told Tamra, it's the hidden secret of Orange County.
It's not that hidden.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just telling
It's just
you,
out there.
most
It's
people
more
look
inland.
at like Orange County as the beach.
Right. Will you be in casserole walking distance to
No.
Vicky?
Well, maybe, no.
She's
couple
in the gate
miles.
behind the gate. I'm in the gates behind the gate. Yeah.
Shannon Louise from Lake Como, Wisconsin, says your best friend owns a gym and you won't even use one of her trainers? That's messed up. Tamra flew all the way from Philadelphia to support your business. Why don't you want to support your friend's business?
I absolutely want to support her business. If I had the time when we were filming to drive down to her gym and do that, I would. So we'd already had that discussion. I communicated that to you, but yet you go on camera and you're like, I don't know why she doesn't trust me. Of course I trust you, but your gym is too far for me to drive.
Tamra, we saw you on social media celebrating your birthday, and Shannon and Vicki were not there. Kelly, you said Vicki didn't come because you were there.
I had invited Vicki, and then I thought that I should tell her, because they weren't really talking, that Kelly was there, and then she said, you know what, thank you so much, but I just don't think it'd be
So why just be about your birthday? So
What were
He
you
was
going to
very
fight
nice
with
about
you
it.
at her birthday? Are you
I
kidding?
don't know, Cal.
I would
just,
never do that.
I don't know. Well, it was the right thing to do at the time.
Shannon wasn't speaking to me at the time, so
When was this?
September 2nd.
So you weren't speaking to her?
I wasn't invited.
Oh.
She said I was negative all the
No,
time.
you were not
and-
about something on the show. You will not like something, and then you'll ice somebody out.
And you hold grudges.
You and your mother were talking about the amount of support payment, and you were talking about that I got the water turned off.
So Shannon calls me yesterday hysterical. I didn't know you had to pay for water!
He obviously totally took care of her. If you don't know you have to pay for water, come on.
And in any apartment I've ever lived in, I didn't have to pay for water. Sorry. Yeah, it's my mistake. I'm a dumbass. I figured when you rented, they
We
paid
thought
for...
it was funny.
I don't say anything bad about you.
I expect you to call me out. That's what friends do. But
I did
it's
call
like,
you
if I
out after
can't-
the water episode, and you saying that I didn't trust you for Cut Fitness.
You sent
While
me
you're trying to paint,
paragraphs of what a horrible person I am to say that.
you and I, it's interesting because we have such a close friendship, but when there have been issues, we really don't talk about it. Like,
Why?
I don't know, because we probably just don't want to deal with it.
Why didn't you tell her how upset you were in New York? Because you were scared to talk to her?
No, she did. She told me.
I actually iced you out for a
Yeah,
little
you
while
did. You
because
did,
you
bro.
were just extremely selfish when we were in New York.
Sometimes if you were upset about something, just say, you're being selfish right now.
We did. We sat there. We told you no, 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 no.
What happened in New York?
She kind of treated us like, you kind of treat us like shit.
Coming up,
I'm telling you how I feel.
It's like you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
This is why I can't tell you anything.
Wow.
Why didn't you tell her how upset you were in New York?
What happened in New York?
I brought Melissa with me. We did Watch What Happens Live together. And we did this girl trip. We're gonna stay at the plaza and we're gonna go out. We're gonna take Melissa. Melissa's mom is fighting cancer right now. We stayed where you wanted to stay, which cost more money than what you guys put us up in.
Who stays at the plaza?
So expensive.
So we were all gonna go out to dinner. I didn't bring Melissa there to do my makeup. I go, oh my God, we have 1 hour. We have to be at the restaurant. And then she's like, do my makeup, Melissa. And Melissa's like, I gotta get ready. And she's like, no, just do my eyes.
This is where I don't want to go tit for tat with you. So many things that you're saying are not completely accurate.
We had to be in the restaurant an hour. 45 minutes later, I'm in the bathroom doing my makeup. She's still out there. Melissa hasn't even started getting ready yet. Melissa's looking at me like, she won't, like, I can't stop. Oh, Melissa, do this. Oh, Melissa, do that. Oh, Melissa, that. And we told her, no. We told you no. Go to your room, go get ready. We're each gonna get ourselves ready. I paid for Melissa to get there. My makeup artist is doing your makeup.
I apologize right after. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
But that's the kind of stuff you do.
Mission accomplished. You are going to make me out to be the worst people.
This is why I can't tell you anything.
It's not mission accomplished.
You always turn it on me. Mission accomplished. You're doing what you're doing. You're making me look bad. I'm telling you how I feel. The things that you do that get on my nerves, and because I can't tell you because you do that. That's what you do.
Because you're not telling everything accurate. I'm willing to own. I've said I should have asked to get my makeup done. I should have asked to do
there is
this,
no
that, and the other.
exaggeration.
So you all have not been really good, it seems like, since the summer.
I thought that we were okay in Jamaica, but there was clearly stuff that kept coming out.
I think there's an unrealistic expectation sometimes put on you where it's like, if there's things going on with you guys outside of the show, then like Shannon kind of wants you to keep that a secret, but it's an obligation to share your life. So then when you just share the things that are going on, she gets mad.
Well, I get frustrated because she sits there and she's like, no, I'm not dating. You were dating a guy when we were filming.
Oh, so you had a boyfriend the whole season?
No, he didn't give a shit about me. He treated me like crap. I liked him, but no, we were never a boyfriend. I really liked him.
Yeah, you were. You were open to dating.
He was a jerk to me.
So I was with my kids that night, that evening that we were getting the matchmaker, and I didn't want to be doing that. And I was sitting there on the phone with the matchmaker, caring about you, like was excited about getting you this date and everything. And then I find out you had a boyfriend the whole time, and that's like it's a waste of time.
You play victim a lot. You're like, you know, David was dating, 3 months after, and he's dating, he's out, and it's hard for me, and it's so hard. You were too. You were dating too.
Wow.
Your two favorite words are me and I.
Okay.
Me, I, poor, victim. And sometimes it gets wearing on me.
Tamra, I felt that because you and I were so close that I could lean on you, and to hear that it was so exhausting and so horrible for you to be there for me, to me,
that's not what I said.
That's the definition of a good friendship. You said it's exhausting.
It is sometimes exhausting. I am, at the time, going through all these heart procedures, not knowing what's gonna happen next with my husband. Have a gym, take kids here and there.
I can't tell you how much it still devastates me because I read your blog last week and you said, does Shannon still ask about Eddie, ... No.
At that time. Those blogs are at that time. You never ask anything about me at the time. Vicki called me. Vicki calls me every single time.
I texted you to see how Eddie was the very first hospital visit. I apologize to you right there. Every other heart procedure that Eddie has had, I have asked about. I have checked in on him, and I could sit here and be someone to show you all the texts. I'm not going to do that because I know what I did, and you know that I have too. If you want to go back on your text.
After I brought it up.
Is there any part of you that felt like, since Eddie is such good friends with David, that you wanted to kind of stay away?
No, not at all. When at one point Eddie invited David to the gym, and I was hurt by that, and I called Tamra about it, and I said I would have said something.
I had like 2 pages of text of what a horrible human being I was.
Well, I didn't say you were a horrible human being because I don't speak that way,
Shannon,
Tamra.
No, in more educated words, basically.
Well,
you went on and on and on and on and on and on.
It wasn't that you were a horrible human being.
He's like, why do you take this abuse?
I separated from my husband. I have been through flipping hell and back with him. And there was a lot of mental anguish. He cheated on me, and I went through that in front of the public eye, which was difficult.
I know, it's been 4 years, 5 years.